The title of this video is clickbait. So if you click on this video just thinking, oh my god, this guy knows everything and this is gonna happen, I have to listen to him. Stop, okay? Don't listen to people that talk like this. Obviously, I just wanted some attention, but I do have a valuable opinion, so stay tuned, don't leave yet. I'll tell you why I think the stock market is about to correct itself a little bit. Maybe it won't, I don't know at the end of the day, but the Dow Theory and other metrics show that we're headed for a little correction. So why do I think that? It's quite simple. First of all, the first and easiest way you have to think about the stock market is there are certain statistics and certain seasonalities that always occur. One of them is August and September are quite down months. Why is that? Because people are going on vacation, the summer vacation, they take out money or they don't look into their investment portfolio that much anymore. People relax, take some time off. So in history, it shows that these months are not the best months to invest in. On the other side, you have December and November, where it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. People get their Christmas money, people spend money, or we have days off, and people are just so happy that the markets go up. Always a nice rally there. But just because it's August and September doesn't mean it has to go down, right? Of course not. You shouldn't think of it like, oh, it's August, I have to panic. No. But the reason why I do think we should be cautious right now is because of the Dow Theory. If you've never heard of it, I'll explain it. Relax, brother or sister. I'll explain it, okay? Don't panic. Anyway, the Dow Theory, if you don't know, there's the Dow Jones, and specifically the Dow Jones Transportation, which is the biggest transportation stocks. Then you have the S&P 500. You should know what that is. If you don't, it's the largest US companies anyway. So the Dow Theory goes like this. The Dow Jones Transportation stocks and S&P 500, they align. They go up together, go down together, but sometimes there is a divergence. I don't know the word, okay? Excuse my English, but it just goes up for one and the other one goes down. But that shouldn't happen because they're both indicators, yeah. I know people will disagree, but of the overall economy. But the S&P 500 is not that good at it, but the Dow Transportation is. Why is the Dow Transportation good at telling you how the economy is going? Because quite simple, if it goes up, that means a lot of people are buying goods because these are transportation stocks, they're transporting goods. If it goes down, that means people are buying less goods. So most of the time it goes down, S&P 500 also goes down, but sometimes it doesn't follow. And we have that right now. Right now the Dow Jones Transportation is going down while the S&P 500 is still going up, which in a lot of recent history means that the S&P 500 should follow suit, because the Dow Jones, the transportation, knows first. They transport the goods, so they know if we're actually making nice profits or not before the market knows. So most of the time the S&P 500 corrects to the Dow Jones. If the Dow Jones goes down, then the S&P 500 follows, or if it goes up, S&P 500 follows. Doesn't have to be always this case. It could be that this time it is different, but most of the time it does happen like this. Before anyone thinks, but we have AI and this is an old theory. Yeah, it's an old theory, but it literally proved itself time after time. Look at recent history, look at long history. It always ends up with the S&P 500 and Dow Jones going in the same direction. We just have to wait and see if it follows suit, if the Dow Jones Transportation is gonna follow the S&P 500, or what's more likely that the S&P 500 corrects itself a little and goes down. In summary, I don't want to steal your time, so what does that mean for us? For me personally, I don't know about you. I'm not an expert. I'm not telling you what to do, but what I will do, and I like to share it on YouTube. I like to yap, okay? What I will do is quite simple. I will be a bit more hesitant, definitely not buying some random hype stocks. And in general, I'm not buying any single stocks right now. The most recent acquisition were a lot of Novo Nordisk shares, which I'm super happy for. But other than that, I'm not gonna buy anything. But I, of course, keep my savings plan going. That means my ETF in the background keeps going. I keep putting money in the market every month. I'm not gonna stop that, regardless of what metric happens and says. So let's say the Dow Jones is right, the transportation stocks and the S&P 500 will follow and head for a small correction or big one, or who knows, then that's great. I'll buy more shares of companies that I like, increase my ETF savings plan. If it doesn't happen and if we just keep going up or stagnate a little bit, that's also fine. I'll be a bit more liquid, which I wouldn't recommend in general, but out of personal reasons, I have a lot of things going, so I need some money. So, but if it goes down, if it's a gold opportunity, I don't care. Okay, I'm getting married, I need an apartment and everything, but sorry, wifey, I guess we have to sleep on a mattress in an empty room because I'm gonna freeze all assets if it's a golden opportunity. Okay, I hope you understand. But yeah, other than that, just a little rambling, and like always, stay cautious, and let's get into the yapping session. At the end of each video I like to yap, and this one, it's obvious, the elephant in the room. Where have I been? Is asking no one, because no one's watching, but my wife cares. But she already knows, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but I'm still saying it. Because, of course, I'm writing my bachelor thesis, I'm getting married, a lot of things. But to be honest, these are all excuses. You always have time to do stuff. For me, it's more that I don't like editing at all. That's why, as you can see, if it's your first video, it's not well edited. My older videos, I did put more effort into them. But now I won't care, to be honest, about the editing. Because at the end of the day, if you're watching it, should only listen, okay? Play video games, listen to this on the background, or eat something and watch it or listen to it. But to be honest, you shouldn't be that focused, because I'm just talking, I'm just yapping, I'm just telling my thoughts, putting it into the world. It's not deep, it's not expertise. I'm not an expert, I don't claim to be. I'm not telling you what to do. And don't panic, because you see a lot of YouTubers, they release a lot more videos, let's say daily or weekly, multiple stock videos. Don't watch them. I don't want to talk them down, but to be honest, they're making money, they're profiting off your fear. There's no reason to talk about every single thing that happens. A good investor literally looks into the earnings report 4 times a year, then maybe there are a couple major events, so 10 times a year, where you can actually invest some time to deep dive into stocks, or the stocks you own, or new stocks, or the market in general. But you shouldn't be every day invested and thinking, oh, I need to do something. No, to be honest, you should be quite relaxed and not do a lot unless there is a great opportunity. Anyway, I still talk about stocks. My yapping session usually not about stocks. The football season started, so Beşiktaş plays today again, Conference League last playoff games. We better win because we're the way better team, but you never know, man. Beşiktaş, we play trash. Anyway, other than that, sports, Formula 1 is winter break, even though it's summer, so summer break, I guess. And yeah, hopefully Piastri wins, Leclerc, unfortunately. Antonelli, come back, please. Do better. And what can I talk about? Yeah, my bachelor thesis, I'm writing about sleep in shift work, nurses in shift work. And I don't know if anyone cares, so I'll just end it here. And like always, peace, love, and goodbye.